What up, fam? What up? Today I just was kind of getting lunch. Had a long day. It's Friday. What's up? Welcome to Living for You. It's me, your favorite cousin, your favorite uncle, your favorite brother, your best friend's best friend. It's me, Dr. Larry, and you're at the Living for You channel. One moment. Okay, Google, stop the music, please. Thank you. So, like I was saying, welcome to Living for You. Today I decided I was going to do a mukbang. I don't know how to say it. I don't speak the language. But I see it all the time on YouTube, and mines are going to be a little different. On Thursdays when I post these videos, I post them on Mondays and Thursdays. The Mondays will be more of my content pertaining to my coaching. And of course, the Thursdays will be a little more fun where I use the coaching and other things and tell stories and do mukbangs or mukbangs for you guys. Just because I know people enjoy this and, I need to eat. And so I say, why not film it every so often? So today is kind of a small one. Now, I want to be clear. I am not some health nut. In fact, one of my goals for 2020 is to be more healthier in general. So I'm going on a diet. I went on a diet before, had life circumstances, and then got off the diet. And so now I'm just kind of easing my way back into it. So my foods basically, I went to Albertsons, and I kind of got like a little veggie, I guess, appetizer dipping type situation, some cheese, some snap beans, some carrots, and some ranch dip. Then I also went to Jamba Juice. I love Jamba Juice. I actually go there all the time. Some days this is lunch. I love Jamba Juice. And the type I have is the greens and ginger. I actually enjoy ginger a lot. Whenever I drink ginger or eat ginger, it makes my stomach feel a whole lot better. And so I love ginger. I love the way it makes me feel. And it gives me a lot of energy. And then, of course, you can't have a little healthy without water. And I actually love water. I drink a lot of water. Water is good for you. It's free most of the time. I drink bottled water, but no matter where you are, you can get you some access to some water. I have my candle lit as usual. What is the constant? And I had music playing and whatever. So we'll get into this thing. This is kind of weird to me. I'm not gonna lie to you. The whole concept of watching people eat is kind of strange to me. Simply because I think that eating is private, and even when you're in public, you ever been in public and you just eating and it depends on where you are. I remember one time, now mind you, like I said, I'm not a health junkie. I love to eat. Eating is one of my favorite things to do. Traveling is another one of my favorite things, and hanging around friends and loved ones. I enjoy people. I enjoy being around people, and I enjoy doing all those things together. So if I can eat while I'm out of town, traveling, going somewhere with someone I love and friends I care about, to me, that I'm in heaven. That is my ultimate experience. Is traveling, eating, and just being around people I love and care about, who I know love and care about me. So, but anyway, one time I was at a restaurant. It was called Crab Queens. It's here in LA, but I think he has restaurants all over. He's a popular, I think, Instagrammer, maybe even different things. I know he was on Instagram. Blame it on Quay. He opened a bunch of restaurants called Crab Queens, and the food is magnificent. When I tell you the sauce, I don't know what's in it. I've been trying to duplicate it at home, but it is delicious. Anyway, and so the last time I was there, I'm eating, when you eat crab legs or any type of seafood, I'm from Louisiana, we break right up into it. And so we go right at it and we tear stuff up and we eating it in all over our hands and our faces, and we got multiple napkins just all over the table. And it's a real, in it type of food. And so, you're in Hollywood, or should I say LA. And so I was trying to eat it all pretty, and I was trying to be cute and pat my mouth and I got to the point where I was just like, you know what, to heck with that. I'm going to go ahead and eat it the way I'm used to eating. If they got something to say, that's their problem. I'm comfortable in my skin. And so, but generally, eating in front of people can be an uncomfortable situation. But you know, I don't normally do it. So, but people like it here. A popular YouTuber is B Scott. I mean, not B Scott, but B Scott is a popular YouTuber. Love B Scott, but B loves life. She always gets on YouTube, and she does these seafood mukbangs or mukbangs. We'll call them mukbangs because I'm from the South. We say mukbangs. So she do these seafood mukbangs, and every time I see her eating seafood, because I watch it, it's captivating. I go out and get seafood. She makes me want seafood. So, so it's pretty popular. People love to see people eat. I don't know why, but this is why I'm doing this. I know somebody's going to get something out of it. Whether or not it's something, I guess, just out of like watching it. Maybe somebody gets something sexual. I don't know. Anyway, enjoy it if you like it. So anyway, I'm just going to talk a little bit about me. One of the things that you know is that I am a life coach. I say that all the time. It's all over my stuff, my materials. And I do own a coaching practice. My coaching practice is Live4U Caoching. And you can go find out more at www.Live4U Caoching. See some beautiful pictures of me. Find out a little bit more about me on that level in my career and all of that stuff. I am an educator. I spent a great deal of time in school. And I recommend even to people that finding yourself early is easier than to spend the nearly 15 years I spent in school. Because if I had done it before, I probably wouldn't have gone as far as I did. But I'm happy I did. I just know that there's other alternatives to success. School is just one of them. But I did. I started by studying history. I'm fascinated with history, but I also was fascinated with education. I've always wanted to be some type of teacher. I was that kid. Sorry, that was playing school, putting up bulletin boards in my room, playing chalkboard and all kinds of things with the neighbors' kids and with my siblings, playing school teacher. So I always knew I was going to be a teacher in some capacity. It seemed to be inherent in me. And when I was young, my mom worked at a school, and I would actually, assist some of the teachers at the elementary school she worked at, as though I was a teacher's assistant or working in the classroom. So I always knew that somehow that was going to be the route that I was going to take. And I did. I went to school. I got my degrees in history, bachelor's degrees, and master's degree. But then I also was fascinated with just culture and people in general. And so that ventured me off into things like other social studies. I got fascinated with religion, so I started studying religion and got degrees in religion. And actually, my PhD is in comparative religious studies. And so I was just fascinated with education, with people's stories, with people's emotions and feelings and thoughts, and spirituality. And I mixed it all together and got degrees in it. And it was pretty good. I've been pretty successful in my career pursuits with it, right? Religiously, I grew up in a very dogmatic household. I grew up in religious faiths that required a lot of you. And then when I was about 24, 25, that's when I discovered spirituality. Because there is a huge difference between religion and spirituality. And a lot of times we don't recognize that difference. But for me, it was very important. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't, venture off into the path that you were given, or maybe the path of your parents. If it works for you, whatever gets you to your place, go there. So I went somewhere else because I didn't feel where my parents had landed me was where I wanted to be permanently. So I ventured into other places. And been pretty happy with my decision. I could say that. But for those of you who don't know me, I grew up in a small town. Well, semi-small. In Louisiana, Lafayette. Shouts out to the Flats. And I went to college in Georgia. Had friends and family, moved to Georgia, and began a life in Georgia, and then eventually moved to Southern California. Now, moving from the South to Southern California is a culture shock. And I know many people think it's because of the liberal thing and the conservative South. It really isn't that. In fact, there are parts of Southern California that are just as conservative as the South. I work in Orange County. I live in Long Beach. And so, so there are differences in California. It's just people's perception of themselves in California is different. My specialization or my expertise, my niche is African American men between the 18 and 30. And that's a pretty consistent thing. Black men are black men no matter where we are. We might have different colloquialisms or mannerisms from where we're from, but we're the same anywhere we go. And I know you guys want to see some of this, so that's my snap pea with some ranch on it. Might want to see a carrot. I don't know why people do this, but I'm gonna do it just because. Because I watch it and see it, so I'm copying. Carrots are good. I love carrots. The snap peas are interesting. I normally don't eat them like that, but they're pretty good. I eat them, I cook them. I eat them, but I cook them. So I've never really eaten them raw. And I see places like Target sells them, like packaged dry. I'm gonna start eating more of those. Those are good. And then of course some cheese. That's probably the only animal. That's the only animal product I have. I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I eat meat. So my vegans don't hate me for that. We're all on different walks. That's still mine. Because I noticed, I'm gonna get back to my previous subject, but what I notice is when people they find out information, they learn something new, and it's either all or nothing. They really go into this, I gotta just completely drop meat and go completely stone cold. And if you've been eating meat all your life, that's almost difficult to do. Simply because you're used to a certain thing. Nevertheless, back to what I was saying, black men, we generally are the same no matter what. Our numbers, our statistics, health-wise, highest rates of all kinds of things from hypertension, high blood pressure, HIV. The list goes on and on that we're on the top of the list for. And I know personally in my family, my mom recently transitioned, out of this physical realm due to hypertension and high congestive heart failure. So it's in my family. So of course, me looking after my health is more than just a fad. It's I feel like my dad had a couple of strokes. I have to be considerate of it at least, and at least don't overdo the fatty foods and the things that are healthy for me. And so, but black men, we are at the top of that list of health concerns, and generally on the bottom of the list of other things like college attainment, employment, marriage rates, things like that. And yeah, I know that there are some sociological things on a deeper level that impact us. There are things that still impact African American men, even to this day, from the past legacies that we refuse to let go. But I also know that some of this stuff we bring upon ourselves. And that's why I got into I'm coaching how I'm coaching and who I'm coaching, where I'm going. I don't have the answer to everything, but I have come to certain conclusions and have discovered certain things in life that have made my life much, 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 much better. And I'm willing to share. Everything I know, I'm willing to share. Because I like to see people who look like me. I love my brothers. And no sexual connotation to it. It's just, I love people like me. I want to see us thrive and be successful. There shouldn't just be one Barack Obama, right? Shouldn't just be one Jay-Z or one Russell Simmons. you know, or our intellectuals shouldn't just be Michael Eric Dyson and Cornel West and what's his name? Dr. Skip Gates. I love Skip Gates, but he's on YouTube. Can't think of his name right now. But these shouldn't just be our intellectuals. You know, we should be creating our own destiny. And so I want to make that a thing, a popular thing, to be a black intellectual, a popular thing to be a black creative, black male creative. But even if you are out there on the streets, right? You're the whatever, what they call a thug. You are a gang member. I'm here for you too, because you got resources and skills and knowledge and things that some of us book people don't always have. You know, you're just as useful to our community as I am useful to this community. You're valuable, and so my goal, my thought, is to make sure all black men feel valuable, you know, useful to society. And I'm not just talking American society, I'm talking within the black community. Be useful, be good fathers, be good husbands, be good partners. You know, domestic partners, civil partners. Be good people to each other. Contribute. Build our environments, build our communities back up. Two of the people I love the most is Tip, T.I. Harris, and Killer Mike, Michael Render, two rappers from Atlanta. I love them because they are taking back ownership of their neighborhoods, taking back ownership of their manlyhood, their masculinity, and it's not done in an overtly way in which you're trying to demonize other groups because you might disagree with them or you disagree with people, gay people. No, it's not in that kind of toxic way. Because whether we like it or not, that degrading any man for who he loves is toxic. Just as toxic as the abuse we've done to women. But I like it is that they're taking back ownership of their experiences. And instead of talking, they're doing things. They're going into the community building, you know, and to me that's a great thing. That is a great thing. Because we can do more. We're in a situation where we have the resources, the knowledge, the skills, or the access to all of the above to be able to do more. And so I'm doing it from my part. Yes, I'm a life coach. Yes, I'm an educator. Yes, I'm a historian. Yes, I'm a theologian. Yes, I'm an entrepreneur. All those things. And y'all know, in the black community, we got to have a lot of hats just to make ends meet. Really. But, we all don't have to be that. There's one LeBron James, but he does from his perspective what he does from his vantage, what he can do. So I think we all kind of got to get together. So that's what I'm setting out to do. I want it not only to be just, you know, about the essence of getting our minds together, but I want it also to build us together. Brotherly love across the board. Gay, straight, trans, Christian, Muslim, atheist, educated, non-educated, poor, rich. We should be able to break those boundaries and love one another and uplift one another. And, and work with one another together. That's important. That is hugely important. Because that's the way we're going to continue. When you look at the numbers, they're grim. Grim. We need work. We need help. But we have the tools for self-help, right? When you realize, as I have, that every experience you have can be traced back to a thought you had at some point in the past, no matter what it is. Every experience you have, the good, the bad, the voluntary and the voluntary and the involuntary, can be traced back to something, some seeds you planted in your mind. Then you start to consider your thoughts. when you start to consider your thoughts, there are things you think that should be like, why am I thinking that? Let me change it. But I don't want to create the energy around that thought. And so you change the thought. Let me get some water. And so when you begin to change your energy around that thought, you begin to create another set of circumstances. Because you're changing it. You know, The Secret wasn't invented with Oprah. The Secret wasn't invented with Reverend Ike. And I love both Oprah and Reverend Ike. But this knowledge has been human knowledge from day one, ladies and gentlemen. Brothers and sisters, family. It's been knowledge since day one. People have created kingdoms on the notion of a thought. And when I think of black people, specifically black men, we got examples like Mansa Musa, a kingdom. We got examples like, you know, the king of the kingdom and the rulers of in Axiom, in Egypt, the pharaohs. We got examples of, you know, the Spike Lees and the Tyler Perrys and the Barack Obamas and the many different examples, the Malcolm X's, the Martin Luther Kings, of kings and leaders and people who took thought and created it into something long-lasting or something powerful like a civilization. So we have the examples, we have the things we need. We just need to just start to remember to change our mind and remember that we are great. We are valuable. We are important. When you start to see yourself as important, you start to see people around you who look like you important. You can't possibly kill somebody who looks like you if you see yourself as important. You can't harm somebody who looks like you if you see yourself as important. You cannot discriminate or hate or have bias against somebody who looks like you if you see yourself as important. Brothers, we're not competing against each other. And the problem is due to like slavery. We're being conditioned to believe that we're competing against each other. You are not competing against me. I am not competing against you. We are all valuable. And all of our contributions matter and need to be given. So as soon as we got that mindset that we can't trust each other, that we got to compete against each other, and as soon as we stop putting things in front of us like religion, like sexual orientation, like prejudice, like money, regionality, where we are in the country or in the world, in front of us to separate us, then we become together. And that's the last thing people want, who don't want us to be together. There are people who don't want to see that kind of unity, but we need unity. I love what black women are doing because they're, you know, there were all kinds of stereotypes that black women were jealous of one another and that they couldn't support one another. And now we see networks. We see unity of sisters coming together doing what they need to do. Now they're the most educated group in the country. They're making the most money. They are coming together. And unfortunately, they're doing it without the black man next to them. Whether it's next to them as a partner or whether it's next to them as a friend or some kind of support system or a father or a brother. And so we gotta, as black men, we got to unite across the board. And I hope that the work that I'm doing opens up that dialogue, right? Opens up the conversation of how we use our minds, how we manage our emotions, how we deal with our traumas, of course. And then, of course, hopefully how, you know, we see ourselves and we see each other and how we treat ourselves and how we treat each other. Because like I said, we don't want to be left out in the cold. And we don't need to depend on anybody else to bring us in the fold. We need to do it ourselves. So, anyway, I don't know how much time I've talked. I feel like I was talking for a long time. I wasn't paying attention. But I'm going to go ahead and end this mukbang. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, it was weird. I'm going to finish eating the rest of this, y'all. I'm not going to waste it. When you waste stuff, you can't get blessed with much stuff. If you can't spend pennies, if you don't know how to save and spend and really truly use pennies, why would I give you $1 million? So, anyway, I enjoyed this a little bit. Like I said, it's still weird. I ain't gonna be fake. It's still real weird that y'all out there watching me eat. But again, I was able to just talk. You guys know a little bit about me. Kid from Louisiana, who has a very deep passion for my brothers, my people. My people. I just want to see us win. I might do a part 2, so you can know about the little quirks about me, like how I like reality TV. I watch a lot of that. And some other little things. So I might do a part 2 to this one. But I think I'm going to have some different food, of course. Even though I might still have my Jamba Juice. They need a membership because I go there a lot. But I might do another one. And just tell a little bit more about myself. Because I don't want to seem like some educated zombie who can't, who you can't approach. I am approachable. That's what makes me good with my clients. Because I'm not one to mince my words. I am very straightforward. I'm very honest. I'm very transparent. I'm okay with transparency. You're not going to hit me with my own tea. Or what do they call it? You're not going to burn me with my own tea. I don't know where I get that from. But you'll know who I am ahead of time. I am who I am. I love who I am. I love who you are. You should love who you are. We all want you to love who you are because that makes the world better. So anyway, for those of you, once again, new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so that you know what the heck is going on. What else? Oh, hit the notification bell. Hit the notification bell. That's going to let you know when I'm posting stuff every time. You can also leave comments. Don't leave no weird comments like, you need to mukbang with some raw sushi. Actually, I might do that. I'm not big on it, but I do like some sushi, so I might do that anyway. But any like weird, it's none of that. This is already weird. We don't need to make it even weirder. Oh yeah, like the ASM, the one with the silent. That's weird. I probably wouldn't do that. I don't know, like no. But you can comment, like the videos, follow me. Remember, you can go to www.live4ucaoching.com. That's where you get the information about my practice. Actually, out there, if you go out there now, you can sign up for a free 30-minute mini session. I even have other freebies that I give away that I'm about to post out there. So if you just sign up and send your email address, I'll send you something that's going to be very beneficial for you. That's only exclusive to you for signing up. So do that. Also, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook, Dr. Larry Smith. Both of those pages. What else? Read my blog. There's a blog out there connected to the www.live4ucaoching.com. There's also a podcast, Living for You. All the information is original on those, so you won't get what you get here. It won't be a repeat play. There's unique information out in all those places. It all connects to my coaching practice and what I do and what I love. But it's a bunch of free information. So, yes, you can work with me personally and we can do some coaching, but you got a lot of freebies out there. So go take advantage of them. Anyway, it was nice, and I will see you in the next video. Okay?